Hello, this is Dr. Ladd McNamara. How are you? Good afternoon. We're going to be talking about the mitochondria and how it relates to burning fat. What does it? How do you accelerate fat burning? And what about oxidation and antioxidants in this week of your detox week? So let's get to that. We're going to start off with a little subject first, a little concept of oxidation and antioxidant. Oxidation and antioxidant, that is the, pretty much when I say that, I hear you know what words I hear? I hear these words. I hear the words decay and disease versus health and life. That is really, to me, the polar opposites. If you want health, you want disease or decay, and you want oxidation or antioxidants. So let's get through it. Some of you are very familiar with oxidation already, but if you're not, oxidation is like metal rust. That's oxidation. When you look at an apple, when you cut it in half, it brown from green to yellow, yellow to brown, brown to black. That's oxidation. The oxygen in the air can be toxic and cause oxidation. That's where the name comes from, but many things can cause oxidation. So single oxygen molecules can cause oxidation, cigarette smoke, radiation, a high metabolism, inflammation, air pollution, all these things can cause oxidation. We oxidize. So when we oxidize, as a matter of fact, when you have more fat going around in your veins and also in your, at least the bad fats, and more fat in your body in general, there's more oxidation. It gets oxidized easily. The increased oxidation gets increased inflammation. Inflammation and oxidation go hand in hand like a flame or like heat and fire, I guess you can say. So when we talk about that, oxidation, inflammation, bring it. Oxidation, inflammation is really the pathogenesis. It's involved in the pathogenesis of nearly all diseases, all right? If you can understand that concept, think of almost all chronic diseases, and inflammation and oxidation are involved in that process, every one of them. I can't think of one that's not involved in it. As a matter of fact, so let's look at, when you have oxidation, oxidation of the insulin receptors, LDL cholesterol, the arteries, collagen, DNA. What happens when you oxidize insulin receptors? You oxidize insulin receptors, you damage them. Oxidative stress or damage can change the shape. It actually literally changes the shape of the molecules, the insulin receptors, because oxidation is a stealing of away electrons. Since molecules are held together in their three-dimensional shape by electrons, if you steal an electron, all of a sudden the three-dimensional shape loses. All of a sudden another one loses. So the shape changes according to the electronic charges. You take away or you disturb the electronic charge, you disturb the shape. When you disturb the shape of a biological molecule like insulin receptor, you change the function. So that's how it works. Oxidation of insulin receptors leads to insulin resistance. Insulin resistance you can get weight gain a lot of fat, or having a lot of fat can cause insulin resistance because of oxidation. It can lead to type 2 diabetes, which can be a major problem, and then oxidation of LDL cholesterol. The LDL cholesterol is not a problem until it's oxidized. You need LDL cholesterol, otherwise you die without it. You damage the LDL cholesterol, it sticks to the arterial walls and it forms plaque. The arteries get oxidized, then what happens with the oxidation of arteries? They clog up, but also blood flow can't go into where? The kidneys. You damage the kidneys, then you have kidney damage, a renal failure, which is why diabetics or people with heart disease see kidney failure as well because of that. Or how about damage the arteries to the small arterioles that go to the eyes and the retina? You damage that, guess what? Then you get macular degeneration. You damage arteries to anything, and you can damage that organ. You damage collagen. It's also the collagen's also in the arteries, and you can blow out an artery. You can damage arteries or collagen. You can damage in the skin. It leads to wrinkling. DNA. What happens when you change the molecules of the DNA? The molecules can change, and then there's a repair process. If it's misrepaired or it's misaligned, then you get a mutation. A mutation can code for cancer. So you see, oxidation and inflammation are the root of nearly every chronic disease. What about oxidation of the mitochondria? Then you could lead to fatigue and a decrease in metabolism. Why do you want a higher metabolism? You want a higher metabolism to burn off fat, right? Or to have more energy. So let's look at that. Let's take a little deeper dive right into that right there. This is the mitochondria. The mitochondria is the engine of the cells. This is where metabolism occurs. All metabolism occurs in the mitochondria. But what happens is sugar, your blood sugar, glucose, glucose and oxygen combine together, go into the mitochondria, and every cell has about at least 50 mitochondria per cell. Your muscles have a little bit more mitochondria, maybe about 500 to 800 mitochondria per cell, and then your liver and your brain, which consumes a lot of energy, has about 3,000 mitochondria per cell, and your heart, which is pounding all the time, has 5,000 mitochondria per cell. So it's burning up a lot of sugar and oxygen. And you deplete yourself of oxygen, you know what happens. You don't live long. You deplete yourself of glucose. Guess what? You faint because the brain needs sugar, needs the glucose to operate, to function, to have for the energy. But where does the energy come from? It comes from the ATP. The ATP is the energy molecules, and as a byproduct, carbon dioxide. For this to work, you need to have magnesium, coenzyme Q10, alpha-lipoic acid, some of the vitamins, minerals, and then also antioxidants. But look at this. This is the key to health and disease right here, mitochondrial decay. Because when this goes on, when this burns on and we metabolizes, it's generating all these free radicals, which cause oxidation. Oxidation is caused by free radicals. This burns up like this, but fortunately you have antioxidant enzymes and antioxidants that you take and your food and your supplements to help protect that mitochondria so that you have energy molecules, ATP. What happens when you don't have enough nutrients, micronutrients, vitamins and minerals to keep this functioning well or to protect it? Your ATP goes down, your energy goes down. Oxidation of the mitochondria, which the mitochondria itself leads to more free radical damage, more oxidation. But with decreased ATP, there's an increase in fatigue and decrease in metabolism. Decrease in metabolism means you're not burning enough the sugar, which means then you're storing it and you're not been able to give your body a chance to burn off fat. Because when your sugar levels go down, your body will start converting the fat over into ketone bodies, which will then be burned off as in the mitochondria, because the mitochondria can burn off the ketone bodies as well. This is the fat molecule, made of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. That's what the C stands for carbon. They're in red. The H stands for hydrogen, and the O stands for oxygen. Where does the fat go when you burn it off? Oh, wait. Where does the fat go when you burn it off? When you take this molecule and break it down and it gets metabolized, where does it go? It doesn't evaporate, even though you would like it to evaporate. But where does it go? Well, what's over here? H2O, hydrogen and 2 oxygen. H2O, you're familiar with H2O, water. That goes out in your urine or evaporated out in your skin or in your breath. All these other hydrogen molecules, hydrogen, that connects to other oxygen molecules, and it goes off in the urine. But where does the carbon go? The carbon doesn't go out in your urine. It doesn't evaporate. Where does the carbon go? Because you want to burn off the fat, right? Aha! The clue is right here. In the mitochondria, glucose or fat products, ketone bodies, carbon gets burned off, and where does it go? Carbon go? CO2, carbon dioxide, carbon. All your fat, when you burn it off, goes off in your breath. You metabolize it, and the carbon goes. So if you want to be able to burn off more fat, you need to have this revved up, going like crazy with metabolism. And to burn off that, so as you go through this detox week, and you start getting off the glucose, and you start getting the carbohydrate cravings kicked, you're going to want to rev up your metabolism. Your fatigue you'll have an increase in fatigue until this is kicked into high gear. Now you can block the fatigue and you can burn off more fat by making sure your metabolism's up. Your metabolism will go down because of lack of glucose, but that's going to be temporarily. You can boost that up with micronutrients, vitamins and minerals and antioxidants, and you can burn off more carbon with keeping that mitochondria going, but the mitochondria will create more free radicals, more oxidative damage. So you need to protect the mitochondria from decay and damage, because the mitochondria damage, decay, will cause a decrease in metabolism and you'll store your fat longer. Well, vitamins and antioxidants have synergistic effects. They work together, more powerful together. And then what they do are three main things. The micronutrients nourish the cells to keep them functioning. The antioxidants protect the cells from damage to the mitochondria, damage to LDL, damage to the insulin receptors, damage to collagen and DNA. They protect them. And then they also, certain micronutrients, particularly USANA's Cell Essentials has the intelligence technology, which I take mine every day and twice a day, every day in my health pack, in which I get the antioxidants and minerals, the coenzyme Q10, which helps that metabolism keep going, because the coenzyme Q10 works right here. It works in the mitochondria. It keeps that metabolism going. It keeps the energy going, and so you don't get fatigued. And the intelligence technology does the last thing, renew. What does it renew? The intelligence technology renews what? Mitochondria. It renews the mitochondria, and it renews the antioxidant enzymes that protect the mitochondria so that you keep your energy going, so that you don't have that fatigue, so that you can keep the metabolism going, so you can take the fat, convert it into carbon dioxide. But not all micronutrients, in closing, not all micronutrients are the same. Vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, omega-3 fatty acids, they're not alike. That's why you want to go with the highest rated supplements, micronutrients in the world according to the comparative guide to nutritional supplements year after year. This is why you want to be taking it daily. After 25 years now for me that I've been using USANA. It's wonderful, it works well. You follow it, it'll help you with that energy, the better sense of well-being, and keep your cellular functions operating at their optimal. Your cellular functions, and this right now is what you're concerned with the most, protecting it and keeping it revved up with natural, safe antioxidants. That's the story about oxidation, antioxidant, and burning fat as it will. All right, have a good day, everybody. Continue your detox week. Thanks, bye.